Tadashi! He's crying and he was hitting Baymax's stomach. He was like, Tadashi's gone. I was like, I know, hero. I know.
I'm a hero.
Gone. I'm not even watching the movie. I'm just listening
visuals
to
on
it.
that, or no? Is it down below?
What?
I was just saying, are the lines over there on the OBS, should there be visuals?
Those
or
are,
should be down below further?
No, there should be fine for now.
For now.
For now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's things. No, what I need to do is y'all are gonna see my beautiful mug for like half a second, for just a bit.
Oh, you want to make it so you can lean back and then you're not.
A lean back.
Yeah, just a bit so I can go and get that. And no, see the tape is now preventing that. So whatever, I'm a lean. All right.
Why don't you push it like an inch that way?
Well, because tape.
We might have to make like a little shelf there.
Oh, well.
We might have to make a little shelf and
yeah,
I've
thought about that. So yeah, there's so many things that like I'm glad that we now have the setup that we do, but at the same time I'm like, I need to fix that. I need to fix that. I need to fix that.
Well, I got you a nice big surge or outlet surge.
You're right, you did.
So now you can plug in everything.
Yeah, you got me a great 16 outlet? Yeah, 16 outlet power strip. Thank you for that.
It's got like 10 feet like cord to it as well.
It's
almost smacked me in the face.
Very, very, very well appreciated. Thank you.
I gotta contribute. I'm gonna probably get a second one later.
We don't need another one, right? Well, no, technically
look
we
for
do.
the future.
If you ever wonder what kissing up to your boss looks like, it's that guy.
No. It's not kissing up.
You don't have a laptop? Here's a laptop. Oh, you don't have
that
a
was
TV?
our... Okay, the laptop was our idea, though.
Yeah, well,
it's
you under that bus, too.
No, the whole thing is, I want this to succeed, so I'm gonna push to succeed. Oh, we need something? Cool.
I want this to suck. Seed.
Succeed.
Oh, there we go.
Suck so hard we succeed.
Hi, Vex. Hi, thank you so much for the pictures for my birthday.
What's up, you guys?
And thank you, Tommy, for reminding me once again of a story that I'll be imparting to you guys later on in this episode. So thank you guys for joining us for episode 155 of the Crack Brain Podcast. That's a
That's a thing.
response.
I tried to yawn and I hit the mic and it made me stop mid-yawn and now I'm mad.
There you go. I am your host, Stefan, sitting with...
I'm Brandon.
I'm Ginger Stefan.
We're not doing
We're
it.
not. See, you try to do it.
It's been so long.
I know, I had to throw it out, okay?
We haven't...
Even if I was the only one doing it.
Yeah.
Well, then what would Caden be with
I'm
what's
beatbox
Stefan?
Yeah, he could be Beatbox
Beatbox
Stefan.
Stefan.
Yeah.
I'm beatbox Stefan.
It's a whole lot better than Bearded Stefan. So... No, because think about on the team, you have the nicest beard.
I
Like
do,
Brandon,
but it might be done.
yours is nice. It's well trimmed and very well maintained. But he's got a beard.
Well, that's the thing. The rule
Oh,
of men,
man.
like if like two people are going to the same doorway, and you want to know who has the right of way, is whoever has the biggest beard.
Is that why people move?
Mhm.
That makes so much sense. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So a guy
Hey, that's not a
the-
beard. That's a bush.
the bigger beard has the right of way.
I mean, my beard does get curly. Like,
Energy.
Especially like in this area, like where my scar is. I have a scar for people who don't know, and it gets a little like curlies, like this part right here. It's all like.
It's great. It's great. I knew I forgot something. Okay.
Oh,
this,
did you
this
take
means...
something out of the oven, or you got a timer on that?
No, so I've got a timer over
Oh.
over on that.
Yeah.
So
There we are. Do you want to
Yeah,
start
I
over again?
forgot.
Can we
to
get
go into
chat on the big TV or? is that
no,
not a
so
thing
we
that's
can
happening
get that
anymore?
over on this TV if I hook it up. But since
Yeah.
I was late getting here, that's not hooked up. I
This
mean,
is
I
why we
could.
can't have nice things.
Why can't you hook us up, Stefan? What's up? That was.
Get out of my house.
I went in a weird direction.
Get out of my
with that.
house.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, so yeah, like I said, it's been an eventful day. It's been an eventful week. You know, I'll at least how have y'all been? Because
It's good.
it's been a bit since we've all been like in the same.
It's been a busy week.
Yeah,
Busy week.
you've had a busy week.
Yeah.
Like, elaborate.
Well, like it's right before FanX, so rehearsals for Saber Club are 3 times a week now. And then I've had more editing, and then it was my birthday this week.
Yeah.
He's an old man.
I'm an old
Happy
man.
birthday.
And Eb and Ray drew me some awesome fan art.
It was so
Yeah,
cute.
it was really.
Yeah,
good.
it's like I saw. Oh, baba. I saw the art that Eb had done, and I was sitting there like, oh!
It was so cute. Ed came to me and was like, besides Washington, what else does Brandon like? And I'm like, I was like, honestly, you give him Wash, he's always going to love it. Like, he'll never burn out of that. But I was like, Reverse Flash and Flash are definitely his favorites. Like, he is obsessive over it. Like, you think it's crazy with Wash, now imagine the next level up, and that's, like, not even Flash and Reverse Flash. And I was like, you know, Dragon Ball Z and, you know, like, just DC in general, but Flash, really. So,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
So.
Well, to Nate, yeah, beards are a thing. I have the thickest beard in my family. None of my family can grow
Really?
a full beard. Yeah,
It's sad.
they can't grow a full beard.
That's
It's
So
kind of
it's you have it or you don't, unfortunately.
yeah.
Like
Well, I'm getting hit at with like all the genetics because I have Nordic, I have Irish, I have English, I
Nordic.
have. Woo. Yeah, dude, I got some Viking blood in me. I love it. I'm also Scottish, mostly.
I
can you wear a
found
kilt then next time?
I don't know if I have enough Scottish in me for that because I'm mostly Irish.
when we were cleaning out my grandma's house to get ready to sell it, my mom had actually found a copy of the paperwork that the King of Denmark signed to get my ancestors over here to America. And it was like 1846, if I remember right, and the guy's name was Christian.
And it's still like whole, like it's still together.
I think it's just a copy of it because I think
Oh.
that probably either our government or Denmark has the official paper,
Yeah.
but we'd gotten a photocopy of it. I mean, we
Oh,
could have the
okay.
original paper
Okay.
somewhere,
Maybe.
or was it the original?
Copy of
I
it.
I don't
Copy of
remember,
the
but it's
copy.
so cool.
I come
Yeah.
from some form of royalty in England because my family
Me
was
too.
toll collectors. So when they came to America, they changed their name to Tollmans.
That's cool.
Tollman.
The first,
It's a thing.
It's
Yeah.
a thing in Utah.
no, the first people that were in the United States on my grandma's side, his name was Nathaniel Holcomb, and he was a lieutenant in the U.S. Army. And through him, I am actually the fourth cousin 5 times removed to Marilyn Monroe.
That's cool.
Right? I found that out on the way to Texas and was like,
My-
Yeah, we had to look up what actually, like third removed, what it actually meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I still don't know what it means.
It's just a generation gap.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
My-
still confusing.
My mom texted me the other day and was like, "We've traced our genealogy all the way back to Walt Disney and
Oh, that's cool.
Elvis Presley."
That's cool.
did you?
Yeah.
See, my grandma's
I mean,
mom took it all the way back to like Adam and Eve. It was crazy.
Yeah, we're all
well, yeah, no,
come
but
from
like
Adam and Eve.
are you sure?
I was the apple.
Oh.
I'm Satan spawned. I mean, I was adopted, so that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
I'd
but-
take a bite out of you too.
That so much wrong.
And I'm stuck in the middle of it.
That's
like
why
it.
I like my chair.
Can I have another chair?
Can I
No.
sit on your lap?
No. That's a hell no.
Hey, 3 likes for me to sit on Stefan's lap.
There's not
Tuckington.
enough likes in the world for that to happen.
Let's see.
All right.
Currently, we're at 1 like. That was me.
Brandon,
What?
consent is queen.
Yeah. So guess what? That just already just ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. So yeah, it's like okay. So Brandon has had an eventful week with birthday and work, and you're always
Saber
your
fight. Come
mini
to FedEx.
meltdown halfway through the week of I hate my job.
I honestly do. I had a really good job interview yesterday, and I hear back on Monday about it, and
It's all the way down here
it's
in
down
Vineyard.
here in Vineyard. If I get it,
Oh, you're gonna be closer.
yeah.
Does that might mean that you might try to move closer?
I would.
She laughs.
I would. It still wouldn't touch Utah County.
I hate you.
Oh, so you'd come live next to me at my work in Daybreak, South Jordan-ish.
Daybreak
Yeah.
sucks.
It'd be I would.
Ridiculous.
Thanks, Nathan. Yeah, I would like to, but it depends on how much it pays. But if it's not gonna pay me more than what I'm getting now, I won't take the job.
He gonna
Yeah.
laugh.
So, I guess I could always just use more friends out over here. So that's always a thing. So all right, so we've gone through Brandon. What about you, other miscreants out over here?
She spent the week with me.
I don't know what that means as far as a week breakdown. It was a weird satanic giggle.
What more do you need to know about me?
Yeah. I
Enough
mean,
said.
That was pretty perfect. I got it. I'm on sync with it.
Yeah.
You know. Shit. Oh, me. My turn. Hi. I'm not usually here.
Is that what happened during your week?
No.
Oh my god.
You were here.
Oh my god.
Enough said.
I can just see Kane, like, when he and Tiff were both asleep, just peeking over the foot of the bed, like, here I am, Stefan. Hello.
So this
Tiff
is
sitting
becoming
up.
a short now. I'm now writing this.
Tiff sitting up. What was that? Nothing. You heard nothing. It was a baby.
It was
Hello,
Nick.
Stefan.
Wow, I am.
I
What do you do while I'm
held
sleeping?
a baby the other day, and it scared the shit out of Mel and Britt.
Bobby.
Yeah,
What did you do to the Bobby?
Nothing.
nothing.
No,
It
it
giggled.
was Haley and Andy. They needed to run through their performance, and they were like, "What are we gonna put?" I'm like, "Give."
Bobby.
Yeah.
And so
That was
I was
surprising.
holding, yeah. Well, I mean, like, just because I don't like kids in general doesn't mean I won't be a brat or anything to them. But,
Conversation
'em.
keep going. Food.
well, I was telling you because it freaks you out the most that I interact with children.
Does.
Now he's in the other
You
room.
Describe how your week went.
We're gonna hear him open up the.
So I've been on swing shifts at my work. So I work in IT. So we are 24/7. Oh, hi, boss man Jenkins. Oh my god! I really hope the microphone picked that up. That was the loudest fart I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, that was a
Anyways,
raunchy
back-
one.
Back to my way talking. So I'm on late shift, so I work from 3 p.m. to midnight every night. And I mean, traffic's good, but sometimes it just really, really sucks. Cause
Like Brandon's farts.
yeah, well, no, that's pushing it out. If it was sucking it back, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I get snaps from you at night. Like going, how's it going?
Oh, I'm scared to unplug.
Stefan!
Oh, it's gone.
Help!
All you smell is cornbread now.
Escape.
Yeah, we good. Enter
Yeah,
with caution.
We good. We good.
Brandon whipped
Some
ass.
stuff happened. Some stuff
It
happened.
was juicy.
I'm not gonna tell you what.
You need to stop describing farts as juicy. You really do. It's a problem.
He's an old
It's a
man now, okay? I have to gauge them as I see fit.
I want to know if the mic picked it up.
Chat, let us know if
He literally went and, I'm not
Sat
gonna
in your
say
chair
that.
and ripped it.
It was.
You're sitting on Brandon fart right now.
Yeah.
Maybe something else too.
I'm pretty sure it realigned the molecules in that cushion.
It's got some. It's heavy.
You.
Yeah, the best part though, I held that baby and neither of us cried.
I think the baby was basically just sort of like.
No,
putting
she
on
was
airs.
chill. No, she was chill.
Maybe we'll see.
No, like, look at this. Like, she was chill. I mean, of course, Mel came and, like, swiped her away because Mel just loves babies.
Hi, Mel and
and
Britt.
yeah, no, it freaked the shit out of Brittany, and it was so hilarious. Still blurry, but
That's right, baby.
Bobby.
Holding
I
Bobby.
think-
So holding Bobby.
I think
See?
you want to move your
So-
mic
So-
closer.
She was mellow. She's always she's darling.
So.
She's like your kid. I know that she's not going to be grown up to be a spoiled brat, and her parents actually will discipline her. So I'm like, you're not going to be a total terror. So I like you, and I already got permission to haunt you when I die. So.
That means she
What
won't be
the-
haunting me.
What? That's. You know what? I'm not gonna. I freaking white people. You scare the hell out of me.
Oh, we need to start recording Stefan's October.
Oh, we don't need.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
What is Stefan sing? It, chapter 2.
No, he's not gonna see it.
No. I am not watching movies. Y'all can suck that right out the window.
Yeah, remember what happened to
Okay.
Blood? Oh,
Suck it.
you weren't there for Bloodfest, were you? I feel so bad now.
I have
No.
not been to RTX yet.
It's yeah.
I want to so bad.
So, like I said, I will play games, and that will be as close to Scary Stefan month that
Can we
I'm
get some
comfortable
VR?
getting with right now.
Yes!
VR. Okay. Well, no. After watching Beat Saber last night, my opinion on VR has changed. I really want to play Beat Saber, really, really bad.
Well,
But
I want you to play Five Nights at
But-
Freddy's VR.
that can suck it.
Oh,
alright?
come on.
I played that
I got him to
regularly.
play it, and he was fine.
I
Okay,
played it
we don't need to-
regularly and was totally out of my mind, okay, but I was comfortable-esque, okay. VR, there would be a piss stain, and that would be it.
We'll get you some
Alright.
Depend diapers.
You know what? It just no.
It
Yeah.
gets so heavy, it'd just go
Oh
around.
God! Like I'll put it this way: if there is an obscene amount of requests that come in that say, "Hey, let's go and put Stefan in VR," then I'll try to go and make that
You
happen.
know what to
Send,
do.
Heard it
send
first
those
here.
requests to Brandon at thecrackbrain.com.
Or just put them in the comments of this video too.
Or
and,
that's our
Facebook
page.
and suggest your video and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Like and
suggest
subscribe.
a game, okay? If you. I really am now mad that I said this. Like, I'm instantly
Don't say
taking-
these things
I'm now
live.
taking back everything that I said in the last
It's not
5
happening.
minutes.
This is not public.
Yeah.
You can't take
Speaking
that.
stuff is my specialty.
So,
Oh, we're gonna be
Do
playing in the
yours.
dark.
yeah, I figured. Well, if I'm in VR, it's not gonna matter anyway.
Ambiance.
Alright, well, I mean, first we gotta get a VR system.
We could probably get it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Put Watson VR.
Yeah, we'll
VR.
we'll put Watson in VR in yeah, I freaking hate this now. Oh God. Well, while you guys have had that kind of week, my week has been exceedingly eventful. Where first, let's see, if we break it all the way back down to last week, I did So I went and I did my modeling shoots, which really fun. The parkour one, I really want the photos from that because that one was really really fun. And then you know what? Shut up! I got mini dances. All right, I'm happy. Okay.
He's just driving a little car.
For all you audio listeners, you really should watch the video version of the podcast. It's a thing. But yeah, so on Sunday we did the Game of Thrones. We did the Hot Springs Boudoir Game of Thrones shoot. Okay, and that one
Go look at it.
was an experience.
The flower.
The-
Flower.
That was
It's
pretty.
adorable.
Okay.
That was
It's
pretty.
adorable.
Okay, I have had more interactions based off of that goddamn flower than anything else.
It's a good shot.
Okay, it's a good shot. I really like it. The flower shot now lives at my work. All
Yeah.
right, I didn't say one thing about it.
Look at you,
Okay.
Ethan.
Hey,
No,
Tom,
Ethan,
Tom.
Ethan hasn't been. Ethan
Tom,
hasn't
I
been
want
at
you to
work.
print out that picture and post it all over work.
It's
Everywhere.
no.
Yes.
Here's how bad it is. Okay, the first instance of it, okay, was I think like that Tuesday because I skipped work over on Monday. I was just too tired and whatnot, so I skipped work that day. Going into work, the first thing I hear from Tommy was like, "Hey Watson, that flower," and I'm just like, "The freaking flower! I knew it.
Flower
I knew it was
power.
gonna be a thing." Okay, from hold it.
I'm holding.
'Cause-
Did you
'cause-
see the holding?
Because
I saw the
there's a
holding.
thing, okay? Going from that, had to skip out another couple days because I got really, really dehydrated and had to stay home a couple days. Finally get back into work, okay? 2 other people come up over to me like, "Hey, Watson, you look so cute with that flower. You just amazing. You had that flower and whatnot." I'm like, okay, this
Flower
is
over there.
this is continuing to. I hate.
Hey,
that.
I need a reenactment.
So in the picture,
Oh.
yeah, see that's how it goes. In the picture, I'm basically I'm like this with the flower,
sunflower.
with the sunflower. All right.
Adorable.
If you go over to either my Instagram or my Facebook, you'll be able to go and see it there. Okay, but did that, everything was fine. It wasn't until my supervisor, he got the picture. I have not heard my name at work in the last 3 days. It has been nothing but okay, like everyone's like, Tommy, can I get you over to the outbound office? Now I get flower or my sunflower or tulips or I got daisies. Basically, you think of a flower and that's it.
See the
Okay.
lily.
Sure.
That's a
Deadly
bookstore.
nightshade.
Sure. Okay, that's a bush. That's an ivy.
It has a flower on it.
But with a flower, yeah. So it's like it's been nothing from that. Then I finally showed a few of them like, oh well, this is like because all I posted was the flower. Didn't actually post any of the
Don't
other
forget your
Game of Thrones
shirt's off,
video.
too.
My shirt is off, but you can only see like up to right
No
here.
nipples.
No.
There were no nips. Okay. Then I finally show a few people like the actual Game of Thrones shot. Some of the people died down with the flower thing. Not everybody. A lot of y'all decided like, oh, okay, so y'all, it's like, so you took pictures with gorgeous women and then you held a flower again. Okay. It doesn't help that I've got more pictures with the flower than I do with everything else. Like,
No,
it's
I
a
don't
thing.
think anyone's complaining though.
No, it's like I've
Hey.
actually gotten a lot of great responses because of the flower. I've actually had 3 like flower arrangement companies hit me up and like, hey, have you ever thought about modeling? I'm just like,
Hey, if they want to sponsor us.
they didn't say anything about crack brain. They said me.
Hey, 1-800-Flowers. If you want to sponsor Crack Brain
Most
with
definitely
flowers, we
can.
will take gorgeous photos with a bouquet of flowers for Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, Halloween,
Anniversaries.
anniversaries.
There
It's
you
better
go.
than sleeping in the doghouse for the weekend.
No nips. Every single
No
nips.
nips.
No nips. All
No nips.
flowers.
It'll be
Funeral
PG.
That's
arrangements.
the title of the
Rated.
episode. No nips.
We'll
all
take the
flowers.
photos with it.
There you go. See?
Funeral arrangements. I want to do that.
You are
I'll just
one of
lay in a
the most
coffin with flowers all over
bleak people in the wrong times.
No, funeral arrangement flowers. I'll just lay in a coffin and there's all the flowers that they did around me and it's like perfect advertisement.
She just wants to jump out of the
You're
coffin.
you're advertising your living body as a corpse.
It's just my own internal desires.
I don't know how to. For once, Carly said something I have literally no response to.
But I feel like that's happened more though.
No, it's usually me. I say something you can't even.
You say something so dumb, my brain literally farts on itself and just goes like, "Did a human just? Yeah, a human just said that."
Yeah,
Okay.
that's me.
So yeah,
One whole
there's
human.
a whole goddamn
Whole old
thing
man
of it.
human.
Last thing.
So yeah,
But
there's.
you're feeling better though.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Well, I'm feeling better, and then learning how to work this phone. So like, I'm decent with phones and whatnot. I had an iPhone for like the last 2 generations. Thought it was all right. So figured it was time to go and switch out to a Google phone.
Yay!
Had this since last week. I've already cracked it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you already.
Did you get the
cracked
protection plan?
Yes.
Good.
Okay, so I've
Did you get the
Oh.
Google one or just one of the other?
No. So I've been a Sprint customer basically since I was like 18, and I've had like one of their premium services ever since and whatnot. So like, there's a lot of stuff that we get. So we don't have to wait every 2 years to go and get an upgraded phone. We can technically do it like, if I sit there and go like, oh, this is great. Next month I want a new phone. They'll just
So-
go and give it to me.
How is it that you, who probably does nothing with his phone except set it down, breaks his screen, and I throw this thing against a goddamn door and it's still not cracked?
Not only did this only drop a matter of 8 inches and then splinter into the majestic scene that you see right there, it was something where I don't even really have a good excuse. I literally had the phone in my hand, put it over on my knee, went to go and pick it up, it slipped out of my fingers, and then hit the ground.
Okay, so it wasn't much of a change from your iPhone then, right?
It's the curse of the Apple
No,
phone.
the iPhone, I dropped my iPhone off a building. Was totally fine. Not a crack or a chip on it. This thing fell from 8 inches and instantly just spiderweb.
See, that happened with when I had the iPhone 6, like, 4 or 5 years, if not more than that ago. I literally was like, I don't even remember what I was doing, but I literally dropped it from this high to the ground from my hand, and it just,
Yeah.
and I was mad. And my grandpa was like, calm down. I'm like, you don't understand. They are made to break. I am getting a different phone. And I went to Android, and I was like,
See, and that's where like I'm way satisfied with this phone, not just because of everything that's gone on with it. One of the other reasons why I will stay with Sprint is because this phone, like, not that many people have actually bought the Google 3A XL and whatnot. Like, it's a really cheap phone. Like, even retail, it's only $350.
Yeah, it's their
and whatnot.
economy phone.
Yeah, it's really, really nice, but most places they don't even have parts for it. So when I walked in there, they were like, "Hey, we're not even going to worry about trying to replace the screen. We're just going to give you a new phone. It'll be
Yeah.
here in like 3-4 days and
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff." Like, and my experience was awesome. So what was it? I remembered his Riley over in the Sprint store off of State Street in like 1500 North. Yeah, you're friggin' the man. Okay.
yay, free
This is-
advertising.
This is what I'll say about Sprint. I got some words here. Sprint's customer service, fantastic. When I need their data centers, they're not there.
I don't control that.
I know you don't,
I
and
don't
I know
control
they
that.
don't either. But Sprint, why does your LA NNI have to be down so much?
It's
It
because
makes my life hard.
yeah, it just makes your life difficult, and they do that on purpose.
I have AT&T.
T-Mobile.
AT&T is by far the worst I've had to deal with.
I know.
I hate
Yeah.
AT&T.
I had
By far.
AT&T when I was 16 for 6 months, and then stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my mom was like working on changing our plan or something like that, and she was like, "So my daughter's threatening to leave leave AT&T because she just can't get cell service." And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, the cell tower by her house is not working, and let me bring up the diagnostics." And he brought it up and he's like, this thing like got put up and then I swear they just forgot about it and it's not working and it's not scheduled for repairs. And Brandon's like, that's not how any of that works. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The amount of that I have to deal with. Actually, so story tangent kind of, because still in the world of phones, because I work at a VoIP place, which is voice over IP for those not tech savvy.
It's just a fun word.
Wait.
That gets said so much in my office. We'll be like, hey, what are you doing? And it'd be like, I'm doing VoIP. It sounds like boy. Anyways, so there's really bad storms in the east. I don't know if you guys knew that, but there's been a bunch of lightning storms in the east. You got a little smirk there? You wanna?
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't like, where do 90% of our U.S. storms actually occur?
That's true. Anyways, the amount of phone calls that I've gotten today saying, "Oh yeah, just a bunch of lightning strikes hit our building, and now it fried all of our modems. Can you like fix this for us?" Like, yeah, I'll forward your phones, but like,
We get it, you VoIP.
we
See, I was waiting for that. 'Cause you
At
guys
least I
keep,
let him finish his story mostly.
you guys keep on going on about voiping, and I keep on hearing vaping, and I
not the
just
same.
waited for. I know it's not the same.
What
I know
is
it's not
it?
the same at all.
Yeah, because when you vape, you lose the data in your mind. VoIP is the transfer of data within the internet.
Oh, so like osmosis.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Except for this water.
He's
Osmosis Jones?
there it went. There it went. How about you guys collect your thoughts while I read this real quick?
Okay.
There we go. All right, this episode of the Crack Brain Podcast is brought to you by Game Haven. Looking for something fun to do? Game Haven has tons of events, from game nights, pre-releases, Magic tournaments, Pokemon leagues, Dungeons and Dragons adventures, leagues, and more. Not to mention their mini-con happening just next weekend, which we will be there running gaming. So yeah, you guys should definitely come out for that. For more details, visit www.yourgamehaven.com/events or RSVP on Facebook. Did you know that board games are making a huge comeback? We are in the golden age of tabletop gaming, and look no further than Game Haven for all your board game and card game needs. Board games are perfect for playing with friends and getting the family together, and great for social platforms to meet new people. You can find these games and other ones, just like some of the ones I've talked about. I really don't know what my people are doing.
Keep reading.
But some of the ones I've talked over inside the past, you can find them over at Game Haven. They have a huge selection to choose from old classics to hot new titles at all of their locations. Game Haven, the best stop for your stop for the best gaming experience. Man, there we go. Okay.
Yahtzee!
I bought some dice this week.
You bought dice?
I bought dice from Game Haven.
Paradise.
Well, I told you I sent a picture, and everyone's like, "It's wash dice."
It is wash dice.
Oh,
I'm Brandon.
Hey,
Sam,
you
but
mute
that's
you
been
mute the
established.
D&D chat.
yeah. My phone's been blowing up way too much lately.
So yeah, it's went in and they were getting like these new mats and stuff. They were like pretty awesome. They're sick like designs and such.
My pink oil slick ones are from Game Haven.
Alright,
The dice.
more dice.
Also,
probably should've
Ray's got
another
a
couple.
table at Minicon.
Yeah. So next week for the Game Haven mini-con, we'll be there doing gaming. I know I'll be there. I think Tyler's coming out with me.
What about Mason?
No, Mason's got to work.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be out over there. We'll be bringing the Xbox, the computers, and
Scooter.
some things going on there. So we'll definitely be helping you guys out, or going to bring the gaming and stuff like that, which should be really really fun. And then Katie Ray will be there selling her art, which she's been working on. This like Pokemon,
Yeah, I saw that last
Dragon Ball
night.
Z crossover,
Like Vegeta and Goku
Yeah.
with Charmander and Pikachu.
and Pikachu, and then
Oh, that was Ray's?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Ray's.
Oh,
That's what I
he
said. I
just-
said, "Hey, Ray drew this."
I
Yeah.
honestly didn't hear that. I just see a phone in my face and it's that. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and then she drew Piccolo as Bulbasaur.
Boba.
So, which I sit
Is
there
it
like,
because he's green?
It drinks water.
I mean, a bug and a plant. What's the real difference?
I see, and
Photosynthesis.
Bulbasaur technically is part bug as well.
It's true.
But I just sat there. I was like, I love Squirtle so much more. So if it was like Squirtle being that, but then again, putting Squirtle as like Master Roshi just sort of makes sense.
What?
Well, I mean, I
Hate
just saw Detective Pikachu like literally this last weekend with the kids, and it wasn't bad.
I liked it a lot.
It was definitely weird
I haven't seen
hearing
it.
Ryan Reynolds voice a Pikachu.
No, well then
Like,
I'm
I
not gonna
was-
spoil what happens, but
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that you're used to
Yeah.
something and then something changes.
And then it's like I don't know how.
Well,
I feel
the
about this.
the
Yeah.
graphics though, the animation or
Yeah.
CG was pretty good.
It was great, and it makes me want an actual, like, I want a real Pokemon movie, not like Detective Pikachu. That was fun. Give me a real, like, I just want to see battles. I want to see battles, and I want to see a trainer catch Pokemon.
Like real life. not
Yeah, I want to see.
video.
Well, no, CG. Still, same way how Detective Pikachu was done.
Okay.
That's like I want to see that same level,
Yeah.
but done to an actual trainer story.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Charizard,
Yeah.
use Ember.
Yeah.
I've seen the they were remaking the first movie. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No.
Like 3D graphics. So like the whole Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Oh, okay.
It's Pokemon the first movie
Yeah.
where he's Ash, Brock, and Misty go to Mewtwo's island, and Mewtwo.
He's still talking. You
That's
gotta
why I'm
wait.
raising my
You
hand.
gotta wait for him to stop talking.
You were the one that interrupted him. Continue.
Here, let me go. I'll go really fast. So Mewtwo, he brainwashes Nurse Joy. Nurse Joy sends out a Dragonite, and Dragonite gets all these trainers to come to this thing so Mewtwo can clone their Pokemon and take over the world. But then Mewtwo and Mew meet, and Ash turns to stone, Pikachu cries, everything, brother, my brother, amazing song, and that's it. That's the end of it.
Yeah, like the part where he turns into stone
That
is
is
like
the
serious
saddest
sad. Like all the things are like.
I don't think I've
Big
met
sad.
a single person who hasn't cried at that part.
Tom doesn't do Pokemon.
Tom-
What is your starter Pokemon?
My starter Pokemon? What? It depends on the region, the generation.
Okay, we'll just say which. Would you choose fire, water, or plant? Air.
I usually choose water. Like my favorite Pokemon like starter is Totodile.
Totodile.
I love Totodile to death. He's the cutest little thing. Plus Johto was amazing. Like come on guys, Johto Journeys. It was good. It was a good.
I'm a fireman.
You're a fireman.
Yeah.
You put
If
out
it's fire,
fire.
I'd choose the fire. Yeah.
So Charmander.
Charmander. What's the monkey one? I can't remember. Wait,
no,
Ipalm?
No, that's not.
No.
No, he's.
Mink?
yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's a different. That's a monkey. That's
He's talking
primate.
about the
monkey.
fire starter. And it's Char something, Charmar or something, Marchar. Oh, what is it?
Ab, what is it?
Yeah, Chimchar.
Chimchar.
It was Chimchar. Char.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
you still had your hand raised. What are you gonna say now?
I was gonna ask Stefan what Pokemon he thinks we would be.
Oh,
Hey, what Pokemon do you think we are gonna be? If what we would be in real life?
yeah.
If I had to choose what Pokemon everyone would be, let's see.
I'm just saying, if you don't pick the Pokemon I was just talking about,
You're Munchum.
why am I Munchum? Get through everyone else, then you can.
I think you're Dodgers.
You're Munchum. I'm gonna give you Jigglypuff, only because she's a vindictive.
That is a straight accurate pick, man. That's good. That's good.
It is incredible. It's either that or it's Mankey.
And when she
Mankey.
doesn't get enough
Wait, me?
tension, like dressed like
Yes.
Jigglypuff.
I don't know what
He gets
Minky is.
mad.
Hang
Mankey.
on.
Mankey's a monkey.
Mankey's a little fighter monkey.
Turns into
Okay, that
primate.
honestly, if you stare, the whole thing is supposed to be if you stare at Mankey
Oh,
in the eye.
that! Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
A
I'm a
slot cloth?
fusion of those.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
So there's that.
Fusion.
You're Wobbuffet.
Wow.
Okay. You're Wobbuffet. I'll be side up because I have a headache constantly with dealing with you all.
Sigh. Keep calm. Keep calm. Keep calm.
So yeah, it's like
breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth.
like I said, we'll give. Oh God, let's see. Ray would probably be like far-fetched.
Farfetch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that. But
Far.
there's a version of Farfetch where he's holding a paintbrush.
Yeah,
Accurate.
that's and that's what I was thinking. So yeah, it's like there's a bunch of different like little things to go. Yeah, see, okay, no, I was thinking about going and making doggone Caden Slackoth. Okay,
Slack off. What's that?
it's one of the newer generations of Pokemon
That's why I don't
and
know.
whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah,
Looking it up.
you
either
You're the-
that
you're
or
the
was it
baby
like
one on the
Slap
team.
King or something like that? So yeah,
I'm just glad you said one
Oh,
that I
why?
know.
Am I supposed to be tired all the time?
it's a thing. So, the amount of times over in chat where it's like, F this day, I'm going to bed.
That was this last 2 weeks because I was on swings. I don't know how you guys do it.
I don't.
Like I said, it just takes
I'm
financial
sure-
responsibility.
I'm sure it gets taken used to, but
Yeah.
I can't do it.
it messes with my bipolar too
Yeah.
much.
So,
It's
now,
very unhealthy for me.
now speaking of movies, because this has been a week for movies. Okay.
Well, TV shows too.
And
Well,
TV shows.
streaming
More,
TV.
more recently and we'll let you handle quite a bit more of the like the TV shows and all that kind of stuff because I only got to see so much.
He needs a sock.
Okay.
I need a sock.
You're not jacking up any of my socks. Okay.
Why would I jack into it?
That's what they do. I never understood it.
I don't. Oh, you
Easy
meant-
cleanup.
Okay, that's a gag. Don't say jack because that's just inappropriate.
I think what you were originally thinking I was thinking of is what I was actually thinking of, and then you took it to a ball gag, and now
What?
I'm just looking at you perplexed.
You should watch
Anyway,
World's Greatest Dad. Just
that's a thing. You shouldn't watch World's Greatest Dad. I'm
Watch World's
letting
Greatest
you know you shouldn't. Okay.
I will not.
But no. So earlier during this week, something happened that I'm pretty sure by now, like most people have actually heard, or seen, or made a meme of in some way.
I was sharing them all week.
I know you were.
So
All right, I
much.
got so many of them. Okay, the fact that Disney and Sony have kind of not come to their final agreement as far as Spider-Man's continued existence in the MCU, and as of right now, he's not there. There will be no more of a relationship.
I don't feel so good.
You don't feel so good.
I was
like,
just thinking that.
how do y'all feel about it?
Well, there was the initial thing. We didn't have all the information, so
Mhm.
like a lot of people were
Yeah.
mad and everything. I knew that Sony had the movie rights and game rights, kind of thing. But later on, I found more information of what the original contract was.
Mhm.
And then today, I even found out more information about what Disney was proposing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I've completely flipped sides.
Yeah, okay, so you went from whose camp at the beginning to whose camp now.
So I was mad at Sony, now I'm mad at Disney.
Okay. All right. And that's the general gist of most people right now. Okay, is being like, "Oh, wow, why would Sony do this to us?" And now as the week has gone on and progressed, it went like, "Hey, so the mega giant over here kind of wanted a bit more than they really should have."
The
and
memes are still
whatnot.
great, though.
The memes
Yeah,
are great.
memes are freaking fantastic. Like I said, the I don't feel so good, or the I want to. It's like I don't want to go to Sony, Mr. Stark. That one's still.
That one's so
that
good.
one still jacks me.
That one's so good.
Or, go ahead.
I saw a funny video where it was a knock on a door and the dude answered and it was a stormtrooper and they were like, "Yeah, we're here. We were sent by Disney. We're here for a Mr. Peter Parker." And you see a guy. It pans over to a guy in a Spider-Man suit going. He's like, yeah, he doesn't live here anymore." And the stormtrooper's like, Move along.
Think
Walks off and
my
closes the door. It's hilarious.
My favorite one is the one where the Grim Reapers go into all the doors, and
Mm.
it had Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and then it was knocking on Tom Holland's door. About to do it.
Jeez. See, like
And you call me morbid.
they're morbid through memes. You're morbid through
Right.
actual life.
It's true. I follow a
IRL.
YouTube page called Ask a Mortician.
See, there you go. Enough
She's
said.
amazing though.
But yeah, it's one of those where, I like myself personally, I'm sad about it, not surprised by it, am also like, okay, it bums me out that the two won't have a working relationship, but odds are they'll come to an agreement.
Yeah.
It's like, I won't say that this is a publicity stunt, but it's a really good way to go and make additional publicity, knowing that they don't need to put Spider-Man in any sort of Marvel movie for at least another 3 to 4 years. They can talk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially the week of D3 or D23.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, all it really was, it's like, it would have been stupid for Sony to basically concede any further, because it's like, well, Marvel was able to reestablish a character that, in my opinion, I was never a fan of Tobey Maguire.
I grew up on that.
I disliked it at the get-go, and I was never, like, a big Spider-Man fan. Like, I didn't really pick up that many comics.
Spider-Man 2?
I thought it was better,
We can
but he
forget
was
about
always a
Spider-Man.
mopey Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, he was a whiny Spider-Man.
You know, and like Spider-Man, I grew up more with Spider-Man in leagues of like the animated series, and he always seemed super chipper and super upbeat there,
Yeah.
and whatnot. So to go from that to, hey, it was like it's like there's a charming dork and then there's a dork, and you're just
Yeah.
a dork.
I am Spider-Man no more.
I have an old coworker that he loves Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. He actually made a Pizza Time jacket. It was the coolest thing ever.
See,
Pizza time.
He would
You're
always
right.
say, "Hey, what time is it?" And I'd say, like, the time. And he's like, "You're wrong." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "It's pizza time. Get it right." I was like, "Damn you, Colby."
See, I still think that if they were going to throw in it's like a Spider-Man pizza gag, it should have been more influential than just, it's pizza time, and then I'm going to change inside a broom closet that had absolutely no way of getting in there at all other than a door.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that bugged me instantly. I was like, that's a broom closet. There's no other windows, and he's not going to fit through that duct. How did he get?
Movie magic.
Yeah. Do you know the amount of like movie incontinuities there are?
So many.
There are so many.
Look, the fact that you can just sit there and do this rather than this, it's. Anyway, Tobey Maguire bugged the crap out of me. All of his movies did, and the third one, I was so glad it was as bad as it was, because I was like, you all will stop hurting me. And then came Andrew Garfield. Now, I actually liked Andrew Garfield
I liked his.
until Electro.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, not so much as Peter Parker.
See, I didn't mind
It's
it.
like it's that fine line with the Batman. So like,
I'm
some
Batman.
Batmans have a good Batman, and others are lacking in the Bruce Wayne. You gotta try to find.
And then there's
Val.
Val Kilmer, bad at both.
Bat nips. And the bat card.
And then there's Ben Affleck, who should have probably never touched Daredevil.
He's
He's a better Batman than he is.
Daredevil was not his fault.
I know. He was better to me as Batman than he was Daredevil, but I also am very partial towards Charlie Cox because I feel like he just nailed the character.
See,
on
and
the head.
that's how I feel with Tom Holland, is how Charlie Cox nailed Daredevil to a T as far as like, this is what the character really should be. Tom Holland has done that as far as Spider-Man, where it's like you
No.
get
Well, wasn't
the
he
youthful
Stan's
vigor of
favorite too?
it. Who?
Wasn't Tom Holland Stan Lee's favorite Spider-Man?
No one will ever. There's no way to confirm that.
Okay.
And
I've heard
honestly,
rumor.
it would be like, knowing that it's after the fact, like Stan Lee's past. For anyone to sit there and go like, oh well, yeah, he's his favorite. It's like A, you wouldn't know, and B, you're kind of now like crudding on the guy's like memory or whatnot. You know,
I thought
knowing
that
that.
thing came out like while he was still here, that it was his favorite Spider-Man.
I mean, honestly, unless he said it, I'm not gonna say it.
Like
Yeah.
FanX is his favorite convention.
Yeah, you know, there's things that people say that it's just like
People say.
they're saying it, but that doesn't mean that they mean it. You know, so I don't know.
He got paid to say it.
I sit there and just go like, look, I like my Tom Holland. I want him to stay Spider-Man, and hopefully he will. And the fact that he unfollowed Sony over on Instagram means nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, because an unfollow is a button, but they're giving him millions. So it's like, yeah, I unfollowed you, but keep that check rolling. And if they like money, they'll sit there and go like, well, we're not going to pay attention to an unfollow. Go make us more millions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
I
like,
want millions.
Yeah,
so do I.
it's definitely like
Give me millions and I'll give you feet pics.
there's gonna be something happening with the character. Like there's so much invested in it at this point that they're not gonna. As far as like a money standpoint goes, they're not gonna just drop it because they're gonna keep eating the horse until it stops putting out money.
Yeah, and honestly, there's now a wealth of people that are way more excited for like, oh, I still have not seen Far From Home,
Same.
but
Really?
no, I haven't had time. But I know that they've introduced the concept of the multiverse and whatnot, and it would be dumb, very dumb, to not go with. And I'm not saying this is a black guy, but not to go with a Miles Morales or Gwen.
Stacy.
Yeah, Gwen Stacy multiverse crossover. I'm telling you all this right now. That is probably what should be in the somewhat near future because honestly, no, that won't be in the near future. That will be, if they continue to stay segmented, that will be their Avengers.
Yeah.
That will be it, and
An
then
army
you
of
could
spiders.
go and you honestly no, you could.
There's so many.
I love the comics that deal with the multiverses. Like honestly, when you get to see all the different spiders interact, it's just like
Yeah. Well, it's like that. Even as far as like the games that always did best were always involving the multiverse. And then there was Spider-Man 2. Okay, that was a thing. Okay, so honestly, I sit there and look at that and go like, hey, I'm not worried about this whole like they're breaking up. It's like, no, trust me, because they're gonna like Sony's gonna figure out a way to make money. All right, they have a good formula. They now just need to make sure that whoever's going to continue that franchise is a competent writer that doesn't just think of what's supposed to be said over on the next paragraph, but can think years into the future.
Yeah.
You know, and then if they can still keep a tie-in as far as like hey, if we make friends with Marvel, this is a way that we could come back.
Oh wait, you mean the hey.
You didn't do it right.
The calling your ex-girlfriend while
You
you're
didn't do it
drunk
right.
at night.
No, he's talking about the shoulder touch.
Yeah, the shoulder
Okay.
touch.
And
I didn't
you
want to
didn't
do it on
do it
Carly
right.
because I didn't want him to go eat her.
All right, yeah.
her personal space.
It's not. Hey, it's.
Apologize.
You can stay in my
Hey.
personal space.
Hey.
Just don't bring
You're still not
spider.
even doing it right. You're still not doing it right.
Hey. Hey, girl. Hey.
ah, you stole my
Yeah.
line.
Right. So okay.
You can still say it.
It's not fun anymore.
All right. It's like going from Spider-Man
No more.
to another movie that I was not expecting to go and get another one of at all. Didn't ask for it. Didn't want it. But apparently we're getting another Matrix.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing that's
I
happening.
asked for it. So I learned something. Okay, so
I was not expecting that.
Spider-Man.
okay, yeah,
He's
this
gonna
is
have his
this is
Matrix.
this
I
is
have
the
my
old
thing.
man. This is the old man talking. Like, I was a big fan of the Matrix movies. Loved it to death. Of course, the last one is not my favorite. Second one's my favorite. But with it, I learned something because it was the Wachowski brothers that did it. And then I found out it was just the Wachowski family because one had a sex change. And I learned today the other one had a sex change as well.
Yes.
I was like, so they're the Wachowski sisters. I thought that was quite interesting.
Fantastic. What does that have to do with the
great.
movie?
Well, they're co-writing it.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
the
what does
creators.
that have
They're
to
the
do with
creators
it?
of the Matrix. But
Yeah.
reading the article, like I found out that the other one had a sex change
Yeah.
too.
So,
So
Okay.
You probably should just say the other one is transgender.
your brain, the way your brain works. still
it
missed the
works.
point.
It's totally connected.
I just think it's really cool because it's like with like, if you look at like the social standpoint of it, the Matrix is really really beloved, and then you have people that now are being more open about transgender, like, how do you properly word that? Like being transgender, and like the rise of
Yeah.
like
Gender fluid,
Yeah, like,
fluidity.
Well,
Gender
fluid
fluidity.
and
It's-
trans
are different things.
Different things.
Yeah.
yeah, but like you just see more people getting more comfortable with, hey, I'm asexual, hey, I'm gender fluid, hey, I am transgender, and it's so cool to kind of see a beloved movie come in with a now it's like it's cool modern twist. At least
Yeah.
to me.
But
Yeah.
the Matrix has done so much for like
I guess.
movies or like CGs of creativity.
You're right. It pushed a lot of boundaries as far as digital renderings and animation styles, especially with things like the Animatrix and things like that, where you had a movie that was just dedicated to different realms of animation. That part was great. What I keep on going back with is you've got the so far you've got the Wachowskis coming back as writers, and you have Keanu Reeves, and I'm blanking out on her name, but
Trinity.
yeah,
I'll
it's
say
like you've got
Trinity.
Trinity coming back, which is great. Both of their characters died, and we're supposed to have a sequel. Pourquoi?
I didn't even think about
wonder-
that till now.
Yeah. No, she's definitely dead. The whole thing I saw was Neo's character wasn't labeled dead. I mean, he was very obvious.
Well, maybe
when put him down.
maybe
but
they could become androids or something and come back or something.
But
Well, that was-
that goes against everything that would have stood in the movie.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is basically if it were to be how the principles of the Matrix being where you've got humans that are basically uploaded, their consciousness is just uploaded over into the Matrix, even though their physical bodies are being harvested as batteries. Now with that sort of armistice going on where the machines are now at an equal playing field with humans and they're not hunting them, they still need a power source. And it was already stated that they blacked out the sky so they can't rely on solar. So
They should do what we should do right now is clean the atmosphere.
honestly, I think that would be. Remember that it was supposed to be a storm that was causing it. So it's not just that the atmosphere is dirty; it's the fact that the
Well,
atmospheric.
men
Yeah.
blocked out the sun.
Yeah, but that it was
Yeah,
supposed to
they
be through
created
means.
What's the word I'm looking for? They created the storm that blocked out the sun. Because if you remember in the third one, they took the ship up above the storm
Yeah,
and then came back down.
Exactly.
And they saw the sun.
so what I'm
Thank
now
you.
going with is that it's like the machines still have to go and get powered some way, so they're going to have to find some way to keep the machines powered, or else the war is going to start over. What I think happens.
Gerbil power.
I was thinking the same thing.
They're already underground, all right. Gigantic gerbils, all right. Follow me. No, what I think is going to go on is that both two characters, their physical bodies are dead. Their conscious bodies were uploaded into the Matrix, and they are now the first completely was isobaric programs that basically are just free to govern themselves and whatnot. So not a virus like what Smith turned out to be, but
Yeah.
literally programs that can create things and create, their own other programs and whatnot, but they're literally not tied to anything. I could easily see those two characters coming back that way.
Yeah,
And that would
yeah.
literally be it, because if
And
they
they
come back
had-
in the flesh, I'll be pissed.
And then it has cyborg bodies to walk around in.
I swear to God, you're still on the cyborg
You know
bodies.
what?
Hey,
It's the Matrix,
Wachowskis,
it's not
cyborgs.
Terminator. They're not the one and the same.
Where did we get Terminators from? I don't even know where that came from.
Me. It came from me.
It's like
Because you're talking about cyborgs.
I still think John Wick is a program in the Matrix.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And see, that would explain so much too. All right, if we were literally, and I could honestly see them kind of finding a way to Deadpool-esque, like, bring that sort of.
Remember when you played with doves a lot?
Yeah, it's like, whatever happened to that dog, dude? Don't talk about my dog. Enough said. All right, I can easily go and see something like that because you just poke fun, where you can and whatnot. And honestly, I could see Keanu going along with that because, yeah, just like Nathan is saying, like, if Keanu Reeves is not inside the movie, then it's not worth seeing. Honestly, if they tie in any bit of what he's been doing outside of the Matrix, so much better.
And if they brought those characters into the fourth
Yeah,
Matrix
it's like
movie, that would be...
You could bring those characters into the Matrix, and it still stands. Okay,
I don't know if you could do Bill and Ted, though.
You could.
You absolutely could.
You absolutely could. You just another program in the Matrix, man.
Yeah.
In the Matrix, anything could be
Yeah,
done.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're deaf. All right.
I'm deaf.
You're deaf.
I'm tone deaf.
Death or
You're
death?
deaf. Deaf. Like
Huh?
like th.
Okay.
Oh, so I got a sickle.
Like fat with a th?
I swear to God.
That's dead. Okay, let's leave it at that.
I said that with the
So.
th. That, not fat.
There we go.
Oh.
Any other things to go and say over on Matrix real quick? Because I really want to try to go and get.
Yeah, we have so much
Yeah,
covered, you guys.
we've got 15 minutes to try to go and get through the others.
15 minutes?
Yeah, you're
I'm
welcome.
Out. I'm out. I'm done.
Shut up. All right. So okay, then going from there, like, where do you want to start?
Do copyright infringement. Star Wars.
Carly.
He finally gets to go to Star Wars Land.
That's right. Yeah.
So she bought me tickets to Disneyland for my birthday.
You going to Disneyland?
I go to Disneyland.
For the
going
first
to
time in
Disney.
18 years, and he
Ride
was
the
so
ticket.
paranoid his parents are going to show up again.
Last time I showed up, I think I've talked about it on the story, but I was running to the Fast Pass line with my friends from school, and then I heard my name, and it was my parents waiting in line at Splash Mountain. They bombarded me.
Intriguing
And they joked
story.
about going during Halloween when we were there, and he was glaring at him. He's like, "Don't you dare!" And I'm just like, "They're
No, after you left, I went to them and said, please don't go.
yeah.
Like, I don't need this.
I've got some places, not over at Disney, but I've got some places like some restaurants and stuff that y'all need to go to.
But what in Disney should he look forward to
Well,
most? Now
Obi-Wan,
that
because we totally cut off Caden, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
No, it's
It's okay.
what's the big news, Caden?
Guess who's back, you guys?
McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor. Our little Obi-Wan's back.
I hope we get to see
Little.
Obi too.
I love his. Yeah.
No. Okay, so actually, Ewan McGregor's brother is in the Royal Air Force. His call sign is Obi-2.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
the
love
funniest.
it so much. Anyways, we get an Obi-Wan Kenobi show, you guys. Right?
TV series.
It's a TV series, Disney Plus. Disney Plus came out hard. They came out hard with
And no,
They needed the sock.
so much. Kenobi trailer for The Mandalorian.
okay, wait. On The Mandalorian, all right, because the trailer for The Mandalorian and whatnot, I just saw that today. Not
You got
only
partnership.
am I ridiculously now excited for this show, the level of detail that they put in. This wasn't like, okay, let's do a Mandalorian show. They put Game of Thrones level money into this show.
And they actually,
I'm so
I
excited.
read that they actually didn't have enough extras for it or something
Oh,
like
I
that.
believe
Hey,
it.
you
they
can
called-
cast me.
Shh. So they called on the members of the 501st that were
Yup.
nearby when they were
Oh.
filming.
Yeah.
So there are actual 501st members in
Yup.
there officially
Sorry,
approved. I think it was both Stormtrooper and Mando, if I remember right, in that show with them.
Yeah,
Is-
it's
It was
I'm
so cool.
ridiculously excited for that show.
see that show. Like I said, the first image that I wound up keying into. Yeah, look, guilty pleasure and whatnot. All right, Chubbs from doggone Happy Gilmore. Okay. See him, I was like, you know, and then you see everything else. So I'm sitting there like, okay, I know I'm going to love this. And the fact that they're keeping that New Zealand-esque, that accent basically for all Mandos is now keeping me super happy. But the fact of just like, they put this much level of detail into The Mandalorian, which is a new concept. We know Obi-Wan Kenobi. We love Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's an established character that they know they have to treat right, and you have a AAA actor being that character.
Yep.
So if they're willing to put that much detail over into this other show, what are they going to do with Obi-Wan? Oh my god!
They're gonna do a big budget. I was reading. They're not gonna do huge budget.
They don't need to do
They
huge
don't.
It's
budget.
Ewan McGregor. He is the budget.
Just show up, swing your sword, say hello there.
That's it. That's all we want. That's all we ever
There's
want.
a pilot episode.
It's 5 seconds long, and you're just gonna have a bunch of fans just.
I love how he tried to cover the mic, but look at the levels on that.
Not only did I cover the mic, I turned off my microphone.
Mic, turn on.
Yeah. Oh, I am so excited. Did you see the Mandalorian ship and what it might resemble?
No, but if it resembles the Rebels ship, I'll be happy.
Is it
It's
Obi-Wan's chick?
Mm-mm.
Is it what?
It looks like the Serenity.
Huh? What?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Have you not seen pictures of it? It looks exactly like the Serenity.
Wait a
explain the Serenity.
Serenity is the ship from Firefly. So
Okay, that one. That
fans
one.
Going all over the place about.
Even though it's Fox.
Yeah,
Wait.
That.
I was gonna say even though it's Fox, but Fox got bought.
Like
Yeah,
this.
yeah. It looks like
This.
that. It looks like
this.
that.
If
I mean, there are slight differences. Ow, that was my foot.
Ugh.
There are slight differences, obviously, but it looks like the Serenity. So fans have been going crazy, like Serenity Star Wars crossover.
It's like a leaf on the wind.
But is that you shut your mouth?
I'm like a leaf on the wind.
That means you could get Nathan Fillion and Ewan
That
McGregor
means-
in a show together.
If
Yeah.
I could get my Malcolm Reynolds somewhere in
Imagine
Y'all
Malcolm
need to go
Reynolds
away.
with the dark saber.
y'all really need to go away.
I'm not doing anything.
You know that scene in Deadpool where he smells his guns and he says he's touching himself
I'm touching
tonight?
myself tonight.
That's Stefan right now.
I'm repainting all of these walls.
Don't bring a black light here.
I could have told you that weeks ago.
Yeah. So we got Kenobi, we got the Mandalorian. The trailer was awesome. All those stormtrooper helmets on the spikes were
Yeah.
very, very amazing. The Death Troopers look awesome, just like they did in Rogue One. But we also had a few other things announced. We have She-Hulk.
Yep.
Mhm.
Going back over to Marvel, She-Hulk,
I think they
Miss
should cast
Marvel.
Canis.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
which it,
What If
honestly,
was already announced.
Moon Knight has been something that a lot of people have been waiting for too.
Mhm.
Like even myself, as I've read a bit of Moon Knight years ago. It's a character I love and whatnot. So I would say if Moon Knight is done well, especially if they keep the multiple personalities, it will make me happy. But Moon Knight is another character that I kind of hold him and Deadpool to the same standards. You have to do them in a very certain way or it doesn't work. And I'm glad that Deadpool works for a ton of people. I dislike this version of Deadpool. I know I've already said that. Moon Knight, if if the same thing happens, I'll be pissed.
The only thing I know that's come out of D23 right now that I want is I really want that like limited edition Meg doll Barbie, how they how they do the fancy dresses with the Disney prince. I saw a picture of that and I was like, they actually have something of Meg. Oh, I need it.
So
See, I'm at least glad that you did that rather than going with the Lizzie McGuire.
Oh,
she
whatever
was
I
talking about that
Okay,
last
Lizzie
night.
McGuire though, I am happy about that because I loved that show. But it's like I saw like they did Rapunzel, Cinderella, Belle, Megan Esmeralda, and I saw Megan Esmeralda, and I'm like, there's nothing of you, give me. So, but really the Meg one was just pretty like.
just need Gus.
Yeah.
Did
More of
you
my
see what someone did? So on the sign that said D23, Someone put a picture of Tom Holland with some flowers at the base of it. Like him and Spider-Man.
I'll take you out for a date if you give me just bring me with you.
Yeah.
And third wheel, just keep me here. Yeah. So this next few years, like in entertainment, is going to be really, really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Well, looking forward to like some things. Then there's other things like the continued adventures of Game of Thrones that I could give two craps about as of right now. So there'll be a whole thing. But I figure, as things kind of go on, we'll kind of touch base with some of the things going on, because I'll say this much right now, the next time that we definitely will be talking, will be when we have flight suits and helmets and are just going to be singing non-stop songs.
Highway
To the danger zone. I swear to God, they better keep that. They better keep the song. They don't even need to finish it. Like, they don't need to re-edit it. Just keep the song. It was perfect the way it was. Just bring
I'll
it back.
be there for the volleyball scene. I'll be in it.
It's not volleyball. They've already said it's like
I don't care,
it's
I'm
already
in volleyball.
rugby or
it's
something like that.
Rugby or lacrosse or
I don't care.
some
Yeah.
modern tough boy sport.
I don't give two craps, but the fact that the fact that she's lost it.
No, man.
Which is it's the 80s
She hasn't
version
lost
of.
it. No, she hasn't lost. I hate it when she does that.
I hate it when she does that.
She's lost that
Love and feeling.
Whoa.
Go. Whoa. Doo-doo. Scarlett just says
Doo-doo.
and
I have
that's
no idea what's going on. I have no idea what you guys are even talking about.
that pretty much sums it
No,
up. So there we go. So yeah, that's pretty much our episode for this week. Any closing statements before I shut this up?
FanX.
Yeah. So FanX, don't forget to come out over on. So far, right now, it's still Saturday. So I think it's Saturday at like 2 o'clock.
No, it's 12.
12.
12. Okay.
I thought it was Oh yeah, it is
No,
Saturday.
No,
so we don't
Saturday.
do Sunday.
Yeah. So Saturday, 12 o'clock. We've got our Chaos Corner going on. So if you're unfamiliar with Chaos Corner, it's basically where we get over on the stage, we start playing a couple of games, and chaos breaks out.
And I'm the leader of
Okay.
chaos.
Punishments.
Exactly, with
Like,
punishments.
This Jigglypuff's the chaos queen.
You're not wrong. You're
Now
not
I'm just
wrong.
imagining Jigglypuff with like punk outfits and that like eyeliner.
Jig-
Heck yeah.
I would, man.
Heck yeah, we'll make the thing.
Jiggly.
We'll make
So yeah, it's like that. We definitely love to go and see you guys. Come out over to that. If we can get as many people in that room as possible,
255B.
not- 255B. Okay, it's a pretty good sized room, but if we can kind of pack that sucker out, we're kind of the pilot program for other like shows type events things going on. So if you want more things to open up to FanX, we're pretty much the ground zero for that to happen. So yeah, come on out. We know you guys are gonna have a great time. I'm planning on abusing the crud out of them, so
That's my job too.
yeah, like I said, I just have to come up with the things beforehand. So
Yeah, then I get to
there's
make
that,
them go into play.
And if you do have suggestions on punishments, send those. Either put them in the comments, email them to us, put them over on one of our social media platforms.
Just no actual physical harm.
Yeah, like they can't be physical harm, so I can't tase anybody.
Can't kick me in the nuts.
Yeah, we can't kick anybody or hit anything, but
Can't
like
wax my
we can be
chest.
creative. Like we've given them wasabi Oreos. There are more spicy things coming, and there's some other really fun stuff coming too. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, definitely come out over to FanX
Cosplay
over on
spot-
Saturday.
Cosplay spotlight video.
Yeah, we will be doing the cosplay spotlight videos, so you will be finding this man for that one.
Come to our performance, please.
And then Friday night at 7 in Hall E, there's the lightsaber performance.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
our flash mob.
Watch Brandon get his ass kicked.
I don't get kicked. It's
He
actually
gets
pretty
kicked in the
good.
nuts.
No, that was the last FanX. I got kicked in the nuts.
He gets.
I had to wear a cup for it.
He's gonna get kicked.
He gets thrown, and it's hilarious. The noise he makes. It's like.
You gotta be
What was that?
vocal in this. Like you
I know.
gotta talk over people.
Hey, voice actor, what are those called? The grunts and
Efforts.
stuff. Oh wow.
I learned through that club that I do not actually have 2 left feet. Because I get to do a spin, like, evasion thing.
A left
There you
foot
go.
and a right foot.
Yeah.
There goes my knee.
Because
There
I
you
have
go.
to do a spin to evade or a hit. And I do it, and I haven't fallen over yet. I mean, I've stumbled a little bit because I'm still learning how to feet, but
Right.
yeah, and it looks really cool.
There you go. And then Nathan, we don't charge photo ops for us. So like if you see us, just flag us down and go and you can go and take a picture with us. The best way to get all of us together will probably be at Chaos Corner.
Yeah.
That's when you'll have everyone on the team there. We'll also have we already have a special guest for Chaos Corner and working on others. So yeah, that one. One of them is Charlie Manders, which is what I can announce. There's other ones that might possibly happen that I can't announce yet. So, and one of them that really shouldn't. I can't go into it. Anyway.
Stay tuned. Hey!
All right, but yeah, that's pretty much us. So yeah, check us out for FanX. Don't forget about MiniCon next week over at the Sandy location for Game Haven, and then tune back in next week for the podcast. So
Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
yep.
Nice.
Oh,
Comment down below.
thank you so much for getting us to 300 people over on Facebook. So yeah, that's a pretty big goal for us. We can't keep on growing without you guys.
Are we doing the thing
Patreon.
because of it?
If you guys,
Thing?
So we are
Are we doing the buzz thing? You know what the buzz thing is?
I don't
right?
know about the buzz thing, but I can show a quick template of what we might be doing in response to it. Give me a second.
well, I can't say if you guys do like our content.
I'm gonna go do it.
I was gonna say if
Oh,
you guys
man.
do like our content, why don't you help support us by joining our Patreon?
We're broke, please.
www.patreon.com/crackedbrain. So, yeah, he just opened something up and he's laughing. So we have a couple tiers. So even if you want to just donate $1 a month, you have access to the Cracked Brain Discord. You have. We're working on a few more other projects, but you have.
And
if you
it'll
do
help with future productions.
future
and stuff, too.
productions. Helps cover the cost of the website.
Hosting costs for the
podcasts,
Yeah.
equipment that we need, because sometimes we need a 50-foot cord at a convention.
Not a 50. Oh, I bought 2 of those. It was 2 50-foot cords.
That would be 100 feet.
It was 100 feet.
And then with the $5 tier, you get a monthly print from our lovely Ray. Ray. And then we're actually kind of working on that. You'll get early access to videos a week early. So we're just trying to work out the bugs with that, per se. But of course, before this live stream was Patreon only. Then we just decided to make it public.
Oh, hi!
Hey, you gotta tuck it down, the neck down.
I gotta tuck down the neck.
Is it too short?
Tucker's got a tuck.
It's too big, but oh well.
That's perfect. So this is a sneak peek of a photo
Oh,
shoot
yeah.
we're working on.
I
No, come
forgot
here.
about
hey,
this.
hey,
Wait,
come
hold
here.
on. This is goes.
Yeah, it's
This
supposed
goes-
to go.
No, that's perfect. That's how it's supposed to
It's
be.
not supposed to go that low.
go this low on
Here, let the head of costuming do her job for once.
So
It's supposed to be like this.
Damn, working,
this
boy.
finally showed up. We are working on a Virgin Killer photo shoot.
Oh, wow. Even Duke is like, what's up, Dad? You can drop it like it's hot.
Your dog was just looking at you like, what?
Also, if you
My
didn't
virgin
want
eyes.
to, if you want to donate, we have a donation link on our website, www.
We do.
thecrackbrain.com.
I just have to go and actually redo it because,
I want Tiff to walk in so bad right now. Just look at you like, what the hell?
The donation
I'm
tab
this
on the
person.
website is down for right now,
I touched the
but
dogs.
it can go and I might put it back up in a little bit. But yeah, like I said, the best ways are Patreon. Our store right now is down, but it will be back very, very soon. So yes.
You don't have a headset on.
It's okay.
He's like,
Wait, or our Shopify store?
Yeah, Shopify
This-
store is down for right now. It's having a quick overhaul. It'll be back probably.
Buy this shirt.
So, yeah. That's
Shoe
about it.
socks. Thanks for tuning in.
There we go. So again, you guys, thank you so much. We will be back next week. Hit all the notifications and likes and subscribes like usual.
Comment.
And we'll check y'all next week when we come back.
Peace.
bye. I got a dog.